It have never happened in the history of Nigeria before. We've never seen a scenario where Wike actually cried, and he cried publicly. But it happens few hours ago. If you've seen a scenario where Wike cried before, you can drop the video at the comment section. You can tag it at the comment section. You know, a lot of things have never happened before. We've never seen a scenario where Wike cried. But Wike cried few hours ago. Is it not the same Wike that said he wants to go and be a witness to Nnamdi Kanu in court? Now the same Wike have finally cried in court. Come and see things the way it goes. Come and see what transpired few hours ago. I'd like us to stay connected to the end of this video. If you can share the video, just do what to share it. Share it to the social media platforms. Let it go viral. And if you can share it, just like the video. Do what to like it so that it will be recommended for us. Just stay connected. I'll come back again.
Welcome you back to LAJUPOG Watch TV.
I don't have bad news for you today.
The home of religious gossip.
But you should leave the fight for Mohammed.
What is happening in the Christendom? Join now to make sense with LAJUPOG.
Hello my great wonderful viewers, welcome back to LAJUPOG Watch TV. For those of you coming across this channel for the very first time, for those of you that are fresh on this channel due to this video you're watching right now, just endeavor to click the red subscription button appearing over the screen. At the same time, do what to click the notification bell icon so that whenever we drop a new video in few hours time, YouTube will easily let you to know. Nobody ever expected what happened few hours ago as regards to Wike. Is it not the same Wike that came out few days ago that was posting that no, it will be a witness to Nnamdi Kanu in court, and a lot of people are already saying that Wike is actually going to court to go and destroy everything that Nnamdi Kanu have built as far as his case is concerned in the court. But the same Wike was crying few hours ago in the same court. Come and see what happened. You know, it was few days ago that SOWORE actually made a lot of publications as regards Wike, as regards the mansion he got in US in the names of his wife and his son and all of that and blah blah blah. But Wike was coming to the live television. It was making it known to Nigerians that the mansion wasn't his own and did not know anything about it. And Wike was even boasting of dealing with SOWORE and all of that. But come and see what happened few hours ago. Wike busted out in tears. A big man to the core, the great almighty Wike cried few hours ago. The video finally leaked on me. That I would like us to stay connected to the end of this video. If you can share the video as you're watching it, just want to share it. Share it to the social media platforms. Let it go viral. And if you can share it, just want to like the video. Like it, give it a thumb up so that it will be recommended for us. You know. When Nnamdi Kanu was listing out his witnesses, Wike happens to be part of his witnesses. But do you know that it was Wike that came out among all the witnesses and make it known to the general public that I accepted to be a witness to Nnamdi Kanu and all of that? A lot of people already know that there is something behind it. The same Wike that we know is very, very arrogant according to report, and this same Wike in question will never do anything that is not beneficial to him. It is anything that pays Wike that is profitable to him, that is going to add some money to him according to report, allegedly. That's what he does. But the same Wike in question agrees easily to be a witness for Nnamdi Kanu. Now the same Wike have finally burst out in tears, and we don't think he can be a witness for Nnamdi Kanu again, because as the matter remains now, Wike himself needs a witness. Wike himself needs a witness. The moment SOWORE made the publication that Wike got a mansion in Florida that was over $2 million and all of that, and he got it in the name of his wife and his children, he did not get it in his name. Now all these corruption allegations have been out there and all of that, but Wike debunked it. They said he did not know anything about the mansion and all of that, and some Nigerians actually buy into the idea. But after the publication that SOWORE made, according to report allegedly, they said Wike was trying to divert the documents of the mansion in Florida. He was trying to make some editing and change some things in the documents allegedly and all of that. But as the matter remains now, US are finally giving Wike a straight take down. Come and see what happened few hours ago that got Wike to shed tears few hours ago. You hear everything for yourself in this very video. So I would like to stay connected to the end of the video. If you can share it, do what to share it. If you can't share it, just like it. Stay connected. Hear things for yourself, and you will hear from SOWORE himself as well. Just stay connected. I'll come back again.
You are a lawyer representing Omoyele Sowore in the petition he sent to the state of Florida regarding why you termed, the acquisition of property by the 7th minister of the FCT from process of corruption. Bring us to the speed of the moment. What progress are you making in that petition?
Basically, the Omoyele Sowore's contention is that the 3 houses in the names of the children of Yes and Wike were bought with proceeds of fraud, of money laundering. The appeal to the Attorney General of the state of Florida is that the properties be confiscated, and forfeited to the government of the United States of America. He had further canvassed that the FCT minister has never worked anywhere in his life, that all he has done is to be in politics, and that he has corruptly enriched himself over the years, and that's why he's able to buy the properties in cash. So he had also furthermore contended that the wife of the FCT minister is a serving justice of the Court of Appeal, and that she cannot buy such houses or afford sale. So those are some of the contentions and the prayers before the Attorney General of Florida.
Okay, now what progress have you made in that case? Because it's in the United States.
Yes, a lot of steps are already ongoing. We are working with local attorneys on ground in ensuring that the properties are confiscated and forfeited to the government. We will not be able to disclose full strategy as regards to precisely what exactly we are doing in that matter. Okay. But we are extremely very optimistic that the United States government will eventually confiscate all the 3 properties.
I like that, fully optimistic, because as a lawyer, you also understand that your case is as strong, as good as your evidence. That is what lawyers normally say. So I do believe that you have strong evidence, because you have expressed a high level of optimism, and Nigerians would like to see how this case ends. Now, why did you take the petition? Why didn't you take the petition to the EFCC in Nigeria? Why United States of America?
The subject matter, which is the properties in the United States.
In the United States, okay.
Yes, the proper forum for any action to be taken is in the United States.
Okay, but the corrupt enrichment happened here in Nigeria.
There are numerous petitions at the EFCC against Yes and Wike. Numerous. So EFCC already has enough grounds to investigate him. But on this particular issue, it's a crime. We have cited all the relevant sections of the law that Yes and Wike has breached by buying the house in cash, and issues around proceeds of crime or money laundering. We have cited them in our letter to the Attorney General of Florida.
Okay, so if you secure the judgment in US, would that be a basis for filing fresh cases here against him? Just asking.
Yeah, you see, basically, the idea is that Yes and Wike does not have immunity. He's not a governor, he's not a vice president, he's not a president. Yes and Wike should ordinarily be investigated and prosecuted, for most of his crimes. And that's why I said so many petitions are against Yes and Wike. You remember there was a time that the EFCC even declared the current governor of Rivers State wanted. You remember? Yeah. So there are enough issues that Yes and Wike was the subject matter, not even Sim Fubara, was the subject matter of that investigation. So there are enough things against Yes and Wike in the anti-corruption agencies in the country.
Now, when you say enough things, he's been done as governor of Rivers State for almost 2.5 years, and you said there are numerous petitions. Why is it that those petitions are not making progress? Is it because someone is sitting on them? And all of that.
It is the duty of the security agencies to prosecute him. We do not have prosecutorial powers except if we are given a fiat to do so.
Have you asked for one? Have you asked for one?
No, we have not. We have not asked for a fiat to do so, but we might ask for a fiat to do so. But before we even ask for a fiat, we need to even be availed via FOI on the investigation reports, the numerous investigation reports against Yes and Wike. Okay. That's the first step. Maybe after this we'll apply formally, because the truth of the matter is that these are not statute bad allegations or crimes. They are crimes that can be prosecuted at any time. The fact that Yes and Wike may be in the good books of people in government today does not mean that he will be tomorrow.
Beautiful. I like that statement. The fact that he's in the good books mix of people in government today does not mean that he will be tomorrow. If you apply for a fiat from the office of the Attorney General of the Federation, are you hopeful that one will be given to you to prosecute Nyesom Wike? Given the background you just stated.
I'm not hopeful.
Okay.
Knowing Nigeria, I know Nigeria very well, and I don't deceive myself. That is why I said emotionally, I have already considered.
Okay.
2027 is gone. But supporters of politicians, supporters of politicians, they are more deluded than the politicians themselves. The politicians, they know the truth. They always tell themselves the truth. They know when the politician cannot win an election, he already knows. But he needs to run to remain relevant. He needs to run to raise money for the next election, because almost every election is like fundraising for them. And even when they lose election, they never lose because they still stay relevant. That is why some politicians, they've been contesting forever in this country. They know what they are doing. So, but for me, I'm very honest to myself. I know that if we apply for the fiat, we may not get it.
Prior to that, we did inform the police that there will be a protest and we're going to SOWORE. They even invited us to a meeting the Friday before. I went to the FCT command. They said, no, you're not the one we want to meet with. While we were meeting with them, while that was happening, I left their office and only to get to town a few hours later while we were mobilizing from market to market in Abuja and street to street, that they had rushed to court to obtain an order of court against us. Initially, they wanted the judge to ban the protest altogether, but I think the judge was smart enough to avoid that pitfall. And then they went into the chambers of the judge to get a different order, which says we cannot march around sensitive areas. But it was specifically stated in the Schedule 3 of the order that we must be served on Friday. They made no effort to serve us. They put it on the internet that would be stopped. They created a lot of misleading information in the public. So, but eventually, on the day of the protest, we did come out and we were brutally attacked. So I left the scene of the initial scene of the protest in front of Transcorp. And we successfully mobilized and had the protests around Abuja. Markets were shut down from Abuja to Akure and the southeast. I had Passport, Harcourt, Kano. All over, it was a successful protest. And I think that's what got them upset, that they couldn't frustrate the protest. So some of our colleagues were arrested on that Monday. They were tortured. And I went to the SCT command, met with them, and told them I was the organizer of the protest, that they could arrest me if they want and leave all these innocent persons. They were 13 in number at that point. But they said no, they didn't even say anything about it, because then they promised that they will release them on bail. Only for us to get outside of the SCT command after we met with them. Once CSP Barao Ilyas came to me and took a walk with me, he was saying, can you move people out of here? That was the 6th place we visited on the day of the protest. And next, he mobilized some mobile policemen and started attacking us right in front of the FCT command, and we left. So we discovered that they took them to Kuje. They informed their lawyers. First, they took them to a place they call Abattoir, which is what used to be former SARS torture chamber in Abuja. It's still there. And then next day, drove them to Kuje. We ran to Kuje. Before we got there, the judge had denied them bail because he said the lawyer that showed up said their original lawyer, Barrister Maxwell Okpara, was on his way, and the judge just summarily denied them bail and remanded them in prison. So we came back to town. Next day was Kanu's trial. I also had a trial at the Federal High Court, but the judge didn't show up. So I went and tried to enter into the courtroom where Kanu's trial was taking place. They didn't let me in, so I hung around and met with him briefly. First time I met him since 2019, and uploaded the meeting on my social media handles. Next thing, I was standing in front of the court and the police officer came by and said the commissioner would like to see me. So I followed him and I met the DCP CID, and he said, we'd like to know more about the protest. I said, but this is weird. I was here, you say you don't need me. I came here the other day, I talked to you, say you are releasing, and the next I said, this is very sad that this is what the police has become. And they started to get rude with me, and he invited this same CSP Oyasu Morale to go and interrogates me. So I got upstairs, he presented some paper, I said, you should write statement. I don't write statement. I'm not going to write any statement. There's no crime here. And because I knew they had planned it. Next, they brought a vehicle and they took me to their detention center, same abattoir.
The same abattoir?
Detained me overnight. Yes. Detained me overnight, and they took me to Kuje Magistrate Court, where they took the other guys. And when we arrived there, they brought the other guys, and they charged me along with them. And we took a plea. We were granted bail. Where the bail was granted, I saw Barao, this same CSP Barao, and Adama, who is the chief legal officer of the FCT command, go into the judge's chamber. So I followed them. As I was about to follow them, Barao had seized my phone from one of my assistants, and I had to collect my phone back from him. While we're having that argument, they told the judge to leave, that there's going to be a crisis, they can't guarantee his safety. But before he left, they got him to sign my remand order. Well, at that point, we had already concluded our bail conditions, because there were simple bail conditions. The ADEYANJU and our bail people were there, so it was kind of liberal.
So what was just to cut to it, what was now the reason, the main, even though we know that there is,
the charges for disturbance of public peace, and they claimed in the order that we violated court order by embarking on the protest. But what I know about law, I'm not a lawyer, is that if you go to a court to seek an order, and there's a violation of that court order, it's called contempt. You go and file your form 48 and 49 to commit the person to prison. But they never did, because they know that they won't have any valid grounds in court. So they took laws into their hand and claimed that our arraignment was based on a violation of court order, that we were trying to enter into one of the restricted areas. I never heard of it before that a constitutionally restricted area exists in Nigeria where you can't protest.
All right, just before we go on this break, please, talking about the restricted, the quote unquote restricted areas that they accused you of breaching during the protest. Were you aware of it prior to the protest, of these restricted areas?
That's what I was telling you. We're supposed to have been served with the court order. They never served us.
And fast forward weeks after, is some men in this what I call it field that you protested for, that still picked you up and locked you up, and they were of course used to quote unquote to sort of stifle that protest. For you as a convener of multiple protests, does this dampen your morale, that the same set of people you came out for sometime in recent past are the same set of people you're having issues with now?
No, my commitment to human rights, my commitment to welfare of workers, or the respect for the dignity of man, has nothing to do with who the person is. Even for my worst enemies, I will fight. I knew the police is an irresponsible organization. I know it has a lot of bad eggs from the top to the bottom. But I also realized that they, retired and serving policemen, need better conditions of service. That those who are retired need gratuity and pensions that shows that they serve the country. So I wasn't expecting any response or favor from the police. You're talking about this latest one. My hand was broken by police the week after I protested on their behalf. They came to FID selling money. My hand was injured by a CSP. The same policeman I fought for, they invaded my cell, beat me up, ruffled me up. This time around too, they ruffled me up. They forced me into a car after they forcibly obtained a remand order that I couldn't meet my bail condition. Chased the judge away. I had to stay in Kuje prison for 3 nights just because they were trying to get back at me. And part of the reason they were trying to get back at me is because I fought for the welfare of police. Over 9,000 policemen were promoted because we had that protest called the police protest. But I don't do anything or any of these things, in expectation that somebody will be kind to me.
Given what you have experienced in the hands of the police, will you still organize a protest? In favor of policemen in the country again?
I would do protests for police, prison warders. I do protests for anybody. You probably, if you go on my Facebook page today, we're planning a protest for contract staffers, people who are made staff for contracts for 20 years. So protest is something that has to do with our fundamental rights. It's how we reset, our society. It's the way we use our conscience to fight power.
Thank you for staying connected, my great and wonderful viewers. You can hear everything that DEJI ADEYANJU, the lawyer of SOWORE, actually said in that very video. As far as the matter of this Wike mansion in Florida is concerned, DEJI actually stand in as the lawyer of SOWORE. And this issue, as this issue is concerned, SOWORE is not only having issue with Wike, it's having issue with different people in the Tinubu political system. He's fighting with almost everybody, including Tinubu. He's fighting with the IGP. He's fighting with Wike and the rest of others. Now, this SOWORE in question will be going to different detention, different cells, and all of that. They will arrest him here and there. In fact, they even got to the level that they said that the arrest of SOWORE is even being personalized by the police IGP. It's just that the IGP is having a personal vendetta with SOWORE. So if they should release SOWORE in an arrest now, if they should grant him bail, the IGP will still pick him up again, according to a report. That's to tell you that this man is already having a personal beef with the SOWORE in question. Now, that's not even the bone of contention. The mansion in Florida that Wike came out to actually defended in Chinese television that no, he did not own any mansion in Florida in the name of his wife or all of that or blah blah blah. He said it is his family, or the wife's family rather, that actually gave the wife some land and blah blah blah. He just narrated the story some kind of. So Wike denied in a nutshell that he did not have any house in Florida. But SOWORE dug out every of the evidences that is needed and he put it out in the court in Florida there. And now they've took Wike to court in Florida. And the moment the Florida court make the ruling that Wike will forfeit the mansion if Wike did not come to defend it in court in Florida there, that Wike will forfeit the mansion to the US government or the US agents and all of that. But Wike couldn't go. So Wike burst into tears in his office because he already know that the $2 million mansion is already going. Do you know how terrible it is for someone to forfeit a big investment? Now, the reason why Wike couldn't go to defend it was because he already know that he came out to debunk the fact that he did not own any mansion. The moment Wike go to US or Florida to defend that allegation, Wike already know that he will push out the impression that he's the owner. And Nigerians will ask question, where do you get the money to actually build that kind of mansion or to buy that kind of mansion in Florida that is worth more than $2 million? Which work are you doing when you declared your asset, when you're trying to pick a ministerial form in Tinubu's cabinet? When you declare your asset, do you declare that a part of your asset? Wike never declared it. Those are the questions that a lot of people are asking. Now, Wike couldn't go there to defend it because according to what DEJI ADEYANJU said in this very video, make it known to the general public that that mansion in Florida is owned by Wike, and the same mansion in question, Wike cannot go there to defend it. And they make it known to the general public that Wike, according to the petition that was filed against him in Florida, they said Wike did not have a personal business. That his personal business is occupying political office here and there. That he did not own any personal business that can warrant him to own that kind of luxurious mansion in Florida. So obviously they said that Wike stole some money allegedly from Nigeria and went to buy a house in Florida in the name of his wife and his son. And according to a report allegedly, as I stated earlier, they said when Wike came out to debunk the fact that he's not the owner of the house and blah blah blah, they said the same Wike in question still do everything possible to change some documentation of the house allegedly and all of that in Florida there, so that it will not be traced back to him again. Those are the things that a lot of people are actually saying, and those are the things that SOWORE and his team actually put out there on the media and Sarah Reporter. Now, a lot of allegations have been put on Wike, which Wike cannot even defend. Is it the same Wike that want to come and be a witness to Nnamdi Kanu in court in his next trial? The Wike that has already been destabilized by the US court in Florida by taking his mansion? Do you remember that Wike is the kind of man that will never want to lose anything? Now, taking his mansion and he actually breaking down, and according to a report, they said Wike shed tears in his office live and direct. Is it that same Wike that want to go and stand in for Nnamdi Kanu and be a witness in Nnamdi Kanu's trial? Now, drop a opinion in the comment section on this video. Just feel free, say your mind in the comment section as regards everything that was said in this very video, as regards what SOWORE stated out in the video, and as regards what the ADEYANJU actually revealed as far as Wike matter is concerned. As I'm gonna take a natural for you and share, follow me on my social media handles on Facebook at LAJUPOG TV, at LAJUPOG Entertainment, and on Instagram at LAJUPOG. Guess what, guys? See you in my next video, and bye for now.
I see the hot for my body, I say make I yarn you. Religious gossip plenty day for body. Pastor with the line on top, be pastor. For LAJUPOG watch TV. Pastor with the back, where? Politician with the do pass himself. All the while you waiting for church. All as LAJUPOG watch TV.